بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى: والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى: ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: من قال لا إله إلا الله مخلصا دخل الجنة. قيل: وما إخلاصها؟ قال: أن تحجزه عن محارم الله. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: المؤمنون هينون لينون كالجمل الآنف إن قيد إن قاد وإن أنيق على صخرة استناخ. मेरे मुहतरम
Respected brothers, we know the fallback of the ummahs, the main reason of this one, because the ummahs in general, they have left the work of dawat, brother. That's the reason of their falling back. And the impact of all other than Allah in their heart, which is the root of all bad practice, because this is the impact in their heart, because we have left the work to call the people towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have left it, brother. We need to remember these words, that this ummah, without calling people towards Allah, they cannot get the hidayat, brother. From any other ibadats, from any other good amals, or any sacrifice, even we sacrifice something in the path of Allah, or any other amal you think, brother, this ummah cannot become the better ummah, the best ummah, the region to be the best ummah, the only one, the root region is the calling people towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, da'wat ilallah. This is not my saying, this is Umar radiallahu ta'ala said this one, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Allah, you are the best ummah, antum, you are not said antum. But he said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't use the word antum, but he had used kuntum, the word he had used. That you will be, provided that you call people towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are not the best, you will be the best, provided you call the people towards the best, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then you say that I believe in Allah. This is the first condition to be this ummah, brother. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why the people facing out from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, away from Allah? Why we lost our relation with the self of Allah? Why the other than Allah comes in our heart? The root reason, brother, this ummah, they're calling people towards Allah. This work, they have left it. They never think this is the general work for them, brother. Da'wat ilallah, this is the reason to get the corruption in their heart, brother, and the root reason, brother. That's why, brother, our respected brother, first basic thing, basically, we have to call the ummah towards this and ask them, ummah has asked to get the iman. People think that salat is an amal, zikr is an amal, tilawat is an amal. They fulfill this one also. But in general, Even we do completely all these amals, the real power to put this out is the Iman. But learning the Iman and achieving the Iman, no have emotions, no interest we have. Now we have the environment for this to learn. Whereas Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asking the people of Iman to get the Iman. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, he said, Aminu. Oh people of Iman, get the Iman, achieve the Iman. Because why? Because the condition of all Shariat basic is the Iman. Base of obedience is the Iman. Without Iman, we cannot get istiqamat, steadfastness, amal, and no fulfillment promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be done. Or we can expect any reward. Or we can get sincerity without the Iman, brother. So steadfastness in the amal, promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfilled, to get the rewards from Allah, and the sincerity, all depends based on Iman, in learning the Iman, brother. That's what I'm saying. Weakness of the Iman creates the ear. And we don't get istiqamat and amal because of the weakness of Iman. And the person who has not the Iman, have no Iman, he cannot fulfill any commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why, brother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, first order, first command, and the last one from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means that the Sahaba Ikram starting and the ending, learning the Iman. And they used to think this is a good basic amal, learning the Iman. They used to think this is our job. Not only this, but to get the strength of Iman and to get power in the Iman. Sahaba calling, making gust to Sahaba, visiting Sahaba. It's very wonderful, brother. Ummah, and now connecting with the masjid. Now we think that only for salat we are coming to the masjid. Leaving the salat, brother, even the hypocrites not dare not to go for salah. The munafiqs never think of hypocrites, never think not to visit the masjid. They haven't got little bit of Iman. These are called munafiqs. But they never dare to leave them salat. But we, what happened to us? So they're requesting, masjid, don't think this place of only offering salah, but it's a place to change the yaqeen, a place to increase, strengthen the Iman. When you get the power of Iman, so all the powers, all the commandments can establish in our life, and it can be done by the yaqeen. I told you, the commandments of Allah. Oh, the people Iman, get the Iman. Everybody knows this, but we don't know. This order for Iman, how to fulfill this one. This order just to become a mu'min is can't fulfill. And not because we are born in a Muslim family we can fulfill this commandment. But this commandment could be fulfilled only the way of Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala ajmain, by making talim of Iman in the way of Sahaba, the way they did this, brother. Sahaba Ikram, their regular amal was this one. That through their guests, through their meeting, through the days, requesting each other. Bilal, sit down, please. Please sit down here. Let's start for a while. Stay with me, talk with me, let's go with me. For a while. We get distance in our Iman. In general, brother, in common, we have left this for learning the Iman. Just in general way. Allah subhanahu, we left this commandment. We don't think this is the commandment of Allah. This is the commandment of Allah. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also ordered the Sahaba Ikram, Jaddidu imanakum, refresh your Iman, strengthen your Iman. Harish ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala was sleeping in the masjid, lying in the masjid. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wake him up by the feeding, by touching the leg. Just even get up. How he got up? Harisa. Just get up, getting up, and he's replying. He's replying. I'm getting up in the morning with the reality of the Iman. I'm getting up with the real of Iman. The Iman which I heard from you. Rasulullah saying, every saying has got meaning, reality. What do you mean by this one? He replied, Jannat, Jahannam, Arsh, Kurs, and the counting. I can watch these things all by my eye. As if Rasulullah oh Haris, yeah, you have got the Iman, so you may come on. But Rasulullah replied, so you got the Marifat, recognition of Allah, but be steadfast on this one. Be steadfast on this one. He didn't say, oh, you got the Iman, now start making Amal. No. Iman will force you to make Amal. Mahfuz says, the moment he obeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's like a camel with the rope. And a camel with the rope. Where he will ask, he will sit down. Where he will ask, he will get up. He didn't say, so you are now, oh, get your Amal, stop. No, Iman, you got Iman, make Amal. No. He said, you got the Marifat. Oh, Iman comes out so fast, brother. The way you just take out our clothes, so fast Iman comes out of ourselves, brother. So I like you to bringing your attention to one thing, that learning Iman is the commandments of Allah, and learning the Iman is the Mamul, the Amal of the Sahaba, and is the place of building up, place of is the place Masjid, brother, and no other places. You won't find all other things other than Masjid. Business, working, job, farming, all the places, all the things which the it corrupts, it makes the Iman less, brother. These are the things. We, brother, with Dawat, we have to go and visit those places where people are spoiling their Iman. This was our job. That with the Iman, with Dawat, I go and visit them. The place where people are leaving the Iman, getting away from the Iman, come out from that places. That was our job. Come to the Masjid and learn the Iman. I'm telling from my heart, from my yaqeen, I'm telling you, this is the reality. That Masjid, building up the environment of Iman and talking the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and talking about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why the Mamul of Sahaba, and because of this Sahaba got the Iman of the Sahaba. You must left this Amal, brother. In general, brother, left this one. Abdullah ibn Rawaha radiallahu ta'ala requesting single person to person, come sit down, come to the Masjid, let's talk about Iman. For a while, come to visit the Masjid. Sahaba making dust on the Sahaba to learn the Iman based on the Iman. That was the base of Iman. Salat was not that. To learn the Iman, Salat was not that time. That was not for all the people. The basic requirement was come for the Iman. Come for a while. Let's talk about the Iman. Respected brothers, we need to take care of it and take this thing seriously, brother. We ask everybody to take it seriously, brother. That the Ummah, that we have to go to the people where Ummah is losing their Iman and bring them to the place where we can build up the Iman. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu saying himself, that I call you towards the Majlis gathering of Iman because I get increased in my Iman. Umar radiallahu anhu, Imam Bukhari radiallahu anhu, also to prove this one, is saying that this, to learn the place of Iman is the Masjid. Muaz ibn Jabal, he is telling about, giving reference to Muaz ibn Jabal. He also calling people towards the Masjid, come to the Masjid for a while. He was also among them. That's why, brother, these commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, following to fulfill the way of Sahaba, this is the route to earn the reality of Iman and the way to get the Iman. Now translation. You can make mudakara yourself, at least 10-15 minutes it will take, brother. Otherwise you feel sleepy, brother. Where your Iman, so you will be thinking assumption. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as his slave thinks, Allah thinks, as he thinks about me, I behave same way. It's the best power, brother, that we have a good impression of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If our thinking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is good, it will be very power, get a good power. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he turned his face and he taught all the ummah. Then what is saying that towards facing towards Allah, all the other than Allah, nothing have a keen of this in our heart, and without everything happening from Allah, getting this yakin in the heart. This is called the right yakin, right thinking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You and me and all of us facing the problems, calamities, distress, and all the conditions we are bearing because of that I have not good relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with relation other than Allah. This is the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If somebody hopes from others, then I will make him under his disposal, brother. Ibrahim alayhi salam has taught us, brother. Ibrahim alayhi salam, how to correct your face, turning your face towards Allah. Take out your all, something moving and not moving, all the structures, you have to take away your face from there. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he broken everything through which people need to think to solve their problems. That this is the doll for farming, this is a doll for sickness, to remove the sickness. She removed all the dolls and he put the X on the doll. If this has done everything, he's broken everything, then brothers, Anbiya alayhi salam, they were saying people used to come in front because they are talking the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not for people not opposing the Anbiya because of their performing and doing ibadat. No, when they are talking oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then people opposing the Anbiya alayhi salam. This was the root region people going opposite to Anbiya alayhi salam because they are talking oneness of Allah. Then they make the arrangement that we have to burn him. Then, but he is trying, so everybody start thinking. So this is our request to understand that we have to think that everything is done from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alone doing. So they made the fire so big, that any birds flying will get burnt, brother. And such a big wall they built that nobody, Ibrahim cannot run away from that fire. And dangerous fire was made burning. And he was going to throw over there. And Ibrahim was told also. And Jibreel Islam in the sky is very worried for this one, looking at this one. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on his slaves, his conditions and requirements, Allah subhanahu just makes test on it. Where is your hope going? Allah wants to see in all the conditions. Where is hoping? He said they make the dua with yaqeen also. It's acceptance. Never be hopeless of this. That acceptance of the dua just for test, brother. That how much he hopes from me. Allah wants to see this one. And most of the people fails in this one. When Ibrahim is going to be thrown, Jibreel is worried. But remember, brother, that Anbiya alayhi salam never thinking angels to help them, brother. They knew that the angels, the slave of Allah also, we are also the slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We want the help from the self of Allah alone. The angels, they are other than Allah. Jibreel, not a common angel, but Jibreel alayhi salam, such a special and closed and biggest angel, brother, with the word you test with it. And he used to come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala towards the Prophet. He came with the angels of mountains and ocean. Ibrahim alayhi salam said, I don't need you. No need of you. So brothers, thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is big power. What do you mean by thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That we accept, ignore the sight. Whatever we see, it's not happening. But what is coming, we heard from the Prophet. This is what we miss, having thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, good impression about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doing everything. And whatever we see, nothing happening. Abu Darda also saying, somebody coming informing, 1, 2, 3, following and telling, your home burned. Everybody giving opinion. Replying, no, my house cannot get burned. Why? But I know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I know believe on the promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that which I got from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I got from the tariqah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have the yaqeen on this one. My house cannot get burned. Your eye can see wrong. But whatever I'm telling you cannot be wrong, brother. You will be always facing the same thing. You will be seeing something and you will heard something. If you obey your sight, then you cannot get benefit from the hearings of the Prophet, from the teachings of the Prophet. So the fourth passage came, and there was fire, but your home is saved. So we have been telling, and putting yaqeen from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a big power, brother. Thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That we have to make relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have to change, we're giving da'wah to change our yaqeen. Respected brothers, talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have left this one. Talking about the greatness of Allah, we have left this one. Some people remember of Allah, but they don't make tazkirah, repetition of the Allah's saying. Whoever you talk about, the same thing will come in your heart, brother. First basic thing, first word, all the yakeens of other than Allah have to take out from the heart and get the yaqeen of the self of Allah in our heart. First thing. So we make the gathering of iman, gathering of majlis, and let the people come here and tell them, make them understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone doing everything. Even the Anbiya wants something, it will not happen. Even the Anbiya wants something, it will not happen, brother. Everybody thinks, well, look, brother, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Abu Talib accept the kalima. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't want, he didn't get. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam looking for to kill Wasi, because the killer of Wasi, he was trying to kill the killer, but Allah wants to give him a diet. And oneself, he wants being to Islam, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want, brother. So brothers, we have to understand, from then even today, whatever we look happening, whether we like or not liking, everything decided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone doing everything, brother. Self alone is doing, he does everything. Ali radiallahu anhu saying, sometimes I get disappointed, and then I come to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Recognize, Ali radiallahu anhu saying this one. When I disappointed some places, and then I recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So brothers, when we fail somewhere, sometimes we are taken away from Allah, we are failing and we are going away. No, we should come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because we are connecting matters with the matter, brothers. We are connecting matters and happens. The system of the world, so we are getting failure, we are going away, brother. But any time Muslim brothers, when they are failure in some places, and because why they are failing, they say that because of lack of matters and materials, we are failing now. But it's not that. But the easy way to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you are failure, you think, why is happening? Whether I like or not like. We should face towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then and then. And same time we should understand why Allah have done this or why He has not done this one. So this will show us the right way. It's saying that when bad condition coming, because of your bad practice. So mind it, brother, all the system of the world never connects with the matter and materials, brother. Earthquake is coming, flood is coming or not coming, and the problems coming and not coming. It's not based on not on the matters and materials. So mind this one, brother. System of the world running on the commandments of Allah. So how much they are fulfilled or not fulfilled. So the system of the world running based on the commandments of Allah, not on the matter and materials. This is our wrong thinking, wrong belief that we are trying to solve our problems with our condition, with the matters and materials. We're failing in some places. We know to face towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the way step to come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you fail somewhere. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, the Quran, the ayat saying, that before I give you a big punishment, I bring small punishment so that you can understand and come back to the right path, brother. But when we are failure, we think something else, brother. All the system are coming, happening. There are two reasons only. One, the Muslims, so that they recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the second one, they return towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the problems, calamities you face in the world because of two things. Only thing, come face to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No problem, recognize Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever happening against your willings is directly connected with our amals, brother. Remember this thing, brother. So the world, so the system of the world, by swear of Allah, the system of the world, the system of the world is not connected with the amals of the animals itself, the works of the animals. Have no connection. The wrong thing we are thinking, we are falling down because, so if you change the order, condition will be repeated. Conditions based on the amals coming from the body of the Muslims, brother, not even the animals. Because of we are away, the flood is coming now, the cases and the worries, tension, problems are coming. The people of Iman will think, but the person without Iman, they cannot reach to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These conditions, people of Iman will go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the people without Iman, when the problems comes, he will go away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need to connect all the condition with the amal. Without connecting her thinking, we are telling that because of lacking of materials, we are failing. We are getting lots of things, matters and materials, still people are failing, brother. Pharaoh, with his all the properties, with his powers, Namrud with his power, and some Nuh with the numbers, and the Kamasama with the gardens, with the factories, all have been destroyed. Up to day of judgment is lesson for the Ummah, all the people, your failure or your success. Then look at these people who are disobeying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and look at the story of the Anbiya alayhi salam. So make decision today now, brother. Every small needle falling down because of my amal, not with my matters and materials I have. Ilyas Samata used to say, well, even the leaf getting dry and falling down because of the commandments of Allah. What else I can tell you, brother? People are reading signs. They're reading the signs. I tell you the reality of science, everything happening from the worldly thing. This is the shirk. The iman, space of iman, what is happening? It's because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doing. The people, scientists will tell you everything happening from the matters. Allah was saying everything is running by my commandments. This is so here you think now. What the science will tell you, the flood is coming because of this earthquake. Some classes will come. But nobody in the science will tell you because of the China adultery, this earthquake is coming. No science will tell you. No university will teach you. Because of the earthquakes coming of adultery, they will tell because of some problem happened in this ground. So I don't know what they talk, and because of this earthquake is coming. By swear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is not happening of the world. Disorders is coming from the commandments of Allah, which is based of adultery. Like this, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam changing the yaqeen of the Sahaba Akram radiyallahu anhu, and how Ansari they changed the yaqeen of the, how he changed the yaqeen of the Sahaba from the external thing. But there was agreement, he said, among you who will say, there was no rain, huh? So who will say? He said, the rain is coming by the commandments of Allah. Then this is the person has got the iman and yaqeen. And those person, the rain is from the stars or others, rain from the stars and others, they are away out of the iman. So we have to take our minds from the makhluk towards the Allah, commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We think, oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created and now left everything now. Saying, everything is doing everything. This is called atheist, brother. From the matter, everything happens. After creation, Allah is away from the... No, after creating, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taking care of the creations, brother. Every day. I'm saying, in the masjid, we need to talk about the things invisible, in kind, unseen things. And all we are talking on, we think we are leaving the masjid and going for guests without talking of iman going on in the masjid. This is not the sunnah, brother. When you first establish the amal in the masjid, then go for the guests, brother. Sahaba, they missed to halka majlis going on in the masjid. And Rasulullah SAW teaching the iman to the Sahaba. That's this way he was changing, taking their minds away from the worldly thing towards the amal. So we are going to the dawah, giving dawah. We're looking at the house and talking to them. It's a beautiful house and talking with the owner of the house. So we don't have our talks, the impact of our talk is not there. We have to take the people from that places, bring them in the masjid, from the house, from the palace. We have to bring in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then his impact will come in the heart. This is the way he was teaching the right again, taking it from the matters towards the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Really, brother, this is the way they got the reality of iman. That we were the self of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You think, somebody thinking the system of the world, thinking that this is the main thing, the system of the running the management, and they think with the conditions. No, they say with the amal. So make everybody repent to the make tawbah, everybody, inshallah. On our corrupted yaqeen, make istighfar also, brother. From today we make the decision. Everything happening in the world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone doing. No matter he's doing anything. But there is good. So based on a good, our amal. If he is deciding bad, because of our bad amal we are practicing. That's why, brother, first basic, number one thing we do, we change our yaqeen, take it towards the matters, bring it to the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dawat, in tabligh, we have learned, people are learning the amal, brother, in tabligh. Coming in tabligh, joining us to learn the salah. You'll find places to place a variable. My work, my movement, not to learn the salah, not the learning the salah alone. Purpose of my work is, purpose of my work is, Iman and Amal get perfection, should get perfection. Take out the yakeens of all makhluk from the heart and get the yaqeen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the purpose of this work, brother. Learning the Iman. We don't say, brother, don't practice Amal. Amal will come automatically from the reality of the Iman. If you get the perfect of Iman, Iman will push you for the Amal. So we don't ignore the Amal, but we have to give importance on the reality of the learning the Iman. That's what. If you want Iman, Allah will give. Allah says, saying this one. If anybody wants Iman, I will give him the Iman. So it's our making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to get the Iman. There's now translation going on. With the science of Iman, everything has got some science, some recognize something. Also Iman has got some science of Iman. You can know how much Iman you have. You can measure your Iman. For every moment, in the hadith, mafhum of hadith, moment and Iman. Example like the horse. When the horse is running in the grass, he running in his own way in the field. So there is a rope tied on the horse also. So horse is going and stick with one in a pole or some wood. So some horse is running, then he gets hurt from the rope, tied in some places, then horse return towards the center. The moments like this. When there will be loss, you find any loss, moment you will turns towards the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So brothers, Iman has to be understood with our science of Iman. And we have to be careful. The dawat, Iman will come in our heart, brother. How much is coming? We have to check it, brother. So Iman is such a thing. We should have Iman. And there should be some appearance. What is the sign of the Iman, brother? If from the head to toe, if he follows all the sunnah, then he has got the Iman, brother. If he finds the sunnah from the head to toe, if he follows the sunnah, then he has got the Iman. If not following the sunnah, then he has no Iman, no Iman. He's saying, by swear of Allah, I'm telling you, he has to follow the sunnah if he has the Iman. You cannot have Iman, you cannot become Mu'min unless the deen I have brought you, you start liking this deen more than everything of the world. And you like to sacrifice everything, it becomes easy for you, then it's become complete Iman, brother, perfect Iman you will get. This is a talking of ignorance, that I have Iman in my heart, but I don't follow the Sunnah. I am Mu'min, yes I am Mu'min, but not following the Sunnah. Without following the Sunnah, there is no Iman. If the Iman is there, Islam is there. If there is no Islam, no Iman. Islam means obedience, brother. Itibar is Sunnah in the Islam. The first, the difference between Kufr and Islam, all the first. Coming to Islam is called the Faraj, from the Kufr, from the Fidel. If the Muslims leave the first, there is no difference between Kafir and him. Coming from leaving the Kufr is called the Faraj of Islam. Somebody coming in Islam, then Rasulullah is telling him the Faraj of Islam. This is a compulsory thing, this is namaz, this is salah, this is fasting, this is hajj, this is jihad. These are the first compulsory orders. This is to come from the Kufr to Islam. These orders are there. If nobody accepted the first, so you cannot come in Islam from the Quran. People think the following the first is Islam. So remember, brother, only following the first is not Islam. Islam is ittiba sunnah, following the sunnah. That's why ulama has written obedience, obeying the sunnah. This is the only way for salvation. salvation. This is the boat of the Nuh alayhi salam, by Sunnah. The person getting on the boat of Nuh alayhi salam is saved. Like the person following the Sunnah will say it, brother. This is the Islam. So we are telling you. So all the friendship, the Khalifa, you become the reality of our Khalifa. And the Tasawwuf, reality of the Tasawwuf is only when they're following the Sunnah. You cannot be a friend of Allah, you cannot practice the Islam. And I tell you really, without following the Sunnah, you can become a Muslim also. Without obeying the Sunnah, cannot become the Muslim. Islam is called just following the Sunnah. This is our own Islam, we made this it. I can think, oh, this can do without Islam. I can be in Islam without this one. I can be in this one. This is our own Islam, brother. During the time of Sahaba, the only sign for the Muslim, they are following the Sunnah. The recognition and the prosperity of the Muslims were following the Sunnah only. One Jamaat came to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Rasulullah saw them and understood. By looking at the condition, the people of Iman there. Who are you? Asking them. They replied, Ya Rasulullah, all of us from the moment, people of Iman. Nobody can claim like this. You ask somebody who can tell you, who are you? Who can say, somebody reply, I am a businessman. I am a farmer, they will reply. I am a businessman. Somebody say, I am justice. They will call like this, say like this. No, they will say that I am a moment. Because if man makes the effort, he tells the thing. This is the reality. This is the goldsmith, this is the woodcutter. These are our recognition for the Muslim now. This is the businessman, this and that. During the time of Sahaba, only two types of Muhajir and Ansar. And the Munafiq and Kafir, the two types. In Islam, two things. Mu'min and Muhajir or Ansar. The person leaving the home is the Muhajir. And the person assisting the deen. The third group of, no group in Islam, brother, you find the third group. Today, hundreds of Muslims and groups of Muslims have. When we left the work of Sahaba, brother, now we're making the grouping. And all the professions we are telling. Because we are divided in our professions, and otherwise the Muslims are of two types, Ansars and Muhajir. You asked, who are you? They replied, we are Mu'min. All are having Iman. Asking, what are the signs of your Iman? You are telling you are a Mu'min. You didn't say that I am born in the Muslim family. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends every baby as a Muslim in the whole world, brother. Even the Christian and Muslim, Christian, everywhere, all the Muslim babies are coming, brother. All the babies born in Islam, brother. In every house, brother. Nobody, Allah never sends any infidels baby without Muslim, no. All the baby comes in. 100% baby born in Islam. Muhammad said, his guardians, his environment, his parents, they make them Christian, Jews and others. Allah created them Muslim, brother. His environment made this like this. Otherwise Muslim, never Allah creates any guy Muslim. So, his parents are making this, brother. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, I am creating the Muslim. So everybody coming in Islam, created in Islam. So his environment making a Jews and Christian. So they replied, all of us, people of Iman, what's the sign of this your Iman? They replied, we have 15 signs or qualities. We have 15 qualities we have. Very easy job, brother, easy thing. Thing is very simple, brother. Provided that if all of us make decision today, Then we have 15 qualities in our life, okay, brothers. Huh? 15 only, brother. 15 habits or quality, you said. They replied, people think deen is very hard. The person who is for practicing deen, very hard to practice deen. The kafir, they think, oh, coming in Islam is also very hard. The person practicing, the preaching also making the deen very hard. Deen is not hard, but deen was spreading, it's like a way. The Sahaba, they place the Islam, Iman in a practice, brother. Today, Islam and deen in writing. Nobody is practicing and showing that this is Islam. This is on lecture and in books, brother. In book, people are reading, all in the heart. On foot, on side, nobody to show in practice this is Islam. That's why we ask them, stay with Islam, roam the world with Islam. Otherwise there is no other sunnah way of preaching the Islam. You have to place it in practice, brother. Otherwise, by swear of Allah, to preach Islam, there is no sunnah way, brother. Otherwise, all the system, formalities. The real way is to preach the Islam by walking, moving from one place to another. Others are formalities, brother. Other ways of talking about Islam. Sahaba, they have just moving from one place to another. That's the sunnah way of preaching Islam. No book, no pen, no newspaper, no journal. By swear of Allah, he said nothing was there but Islam was there. When the truth to spread when you get the help from the batil will spread, not the haq. If you get help from the batil. So we don't think, brother, we don't understand something. Or any way I can preach the Islam. Hazrat used to reply, no, with the help of the non-believers, the knowledge of Islam will preach, but real Islam will never spread, brother. You can have maximum know that one is knowledge of Islam, one is Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the 9JAN2015. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the makhluk. Insan is the only makhluk, they can make the amal, they can show the transaction, they can show the akhlaq. Only the mankind can do, nobody else do it. Nobody else can do it. Only the man can do this one. So without moving with Islam, Islam will never spread, brother. All the other means to spread Islam, the formalities, the rituals will go, nothing no benefit of deen will come, brother. Spreading the Islam, only the following the commandments of Allah and transaction and all the qualities of Islam. If you move from one place to another place, Islam will spread, brother. So get advantage from your brain, from your wisdom, brother. Take it from your wisdom, brother. Don't get the help of the Jews and Christians to spread the Islam. So they replied, we are from the home. What are the signs? 15 habits and qualities we have. By hearing the 15th quality, he didn't say, are you practicing deen? Or are you practicing imandar? Or you are awliya, friends of Allah? The Mafawa Hadith saying, Rasulullah is asking, Rasulullah, because of the 15 qualities, you are like Anbiya alayhi salam. You are very near to Anbiya. Because of the 15 qualities you have, you are very near to Anbiya. Anbiya's status is very high, brother. All the people of the world become like Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala. No, they cannot become like the Anbiya, brother. The Anbiya's status so high. So all the 15 qualities Rasulullah at the end of the hadith telling, they can almost like the Anbiyas. Then what are the 15s? The 7 brothers Jamaat was 7 of them. They replied, the 5 we have Iman, 5 have good. We have got Iman on Allah, on angels, on the books, having the books, and the prophets, and the last day of judgment. We have the iman on the 5 things. What does it mean, the iman on Allah? That it means that I believe Him like this, the way He is saying about Himself. And I am accepting all the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am accepting it. This is called the getting iman on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I obey Allah, as we said, that in amal, in practice, follow all the practice, the commandments of Allah. That's called the getting the iman on Allah. The person who are not following, he has no iman on Allah. I'm telling you really, brother, not following the commandments of Allah, calling I am a moment, it will not happen, brother. Accepting it means obeying the commandments of Allah. By my actions, I have to show this one, that I will show to everybody that I fulfill all the commandments of Allah. First reply was Amantu Billah. First reply was there. Then the angels, iman on them. What does it mean? They are the good creations of Allah. That's not only enough. Angels. And then I got the books. Iman on the books. Iman on the books. What does it mean? Iman on the kitab books means that I know the harams of the Quran and I save myself from the harams of the Quran, and the halals of the Quran, the allowed, I do it, but practice this one and I obey this one. I refrain myself from the haram and practice the halal. This means the iman on the book of Quran. Here the iman. Muslims have the iman on their doing away, not following the commandments of the Quran. Non-Muslim, even the Muslims, they know that this is the book of Allah. Knowing this was not enough. They used to know the revealed on Muhammad. Knowing this much of that is not enough. The iman. This is the last book. Everybody knows this is the last book, and revealed on this knowledge is not enough, brother. What forgiven? So it doesn't say, we have to understand that we have to follow the commandments of Quran, means that we believe the iman on the Quran. Till this is the haram, so I refrain myself from the haram. That's why Rasulullah saying, the person one making backbiting, that you have no iman on Quran. He's telling one Sahabi, was ghibat, backbiting. This is haram, such a strong haram. Rasulullah saying this, you have no iman on Quran because you are backbiting. Clearly he's telling. The person, he's telling the person has no iman on the Quran who follows the haram, obeys the haram, is not iman. So it's not that they say. So I have the iman on Allah, on the books, and the angels, and the prophets, and on the last days, and on Taqdeer, and the fate plots. And we make amal on 5 things, they reply, the 5 things. So now translation. 5 things, we have make amal on it, we practice of 5. First one, that we bear the witness that nobody to worship except Allah. What does it mean? Nobody to worship except Allah. It means that nobody to obey except Allah. Obedience. Hear it, mind it, brother. Nobody to worship Allah means nobody to obey to Allah. Obedience is Islam, brother. Ibadat and itaat, obedience the same thing, brother. Ibadat of Allah and itaat, obedience to others cannot be together. The person's going to obey somebody other than Allah, then he has made other as his Rabb, brother. Very hard thing to hear, brother. Listen very carefully, brother. The person who disobey Allah and making obedience other than Allah, he is making other as his Rabb.
Please sit down here.
Ibadat is the right of Allah. Cannot make the ibadat, obedience to others. Obedience, ibadat, same thing. Worshipping, obedience, same thing. Cannot do, obey somebody against anybody. So we are somebody obeying other than Allah, against Allah, obeying other than Allah, against Allah. He is doing worshipping others, and he has made others as his Rabb. Muslims don't think like this. How can we make others as my Rabb? But obeying, that time we don't follow. We don't think. How can I make others as my Rabb? But he has already made by obeying him. Rasulullah said clearly, the person against the commandments of Allah, obeying something, he has made others as his Rabb. Considering Allah as his Rabb, then against him no obedience to anybody. Mafhum is saying the person has all makhlooks, in making everybody not happy and keeping Allah happy, then Allah will make all makhlooks pleasing him, will be pleased to him. And somebody displeasing Allah and pleasing all makhlooks, then Allah will make all makhlooks unpleased with him. So respected brothers, the love between the ummas and hate between the others and coming away from the corruption and killing each other based on Amal and Iman. Inna lajina amanu amilu salihat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create the love between the brothers who practice Iman and Amal. Allah creates the love to the brothers who practice Iman and Amal. All the bad things happen because of only thing. We are away from Iman and Amal. That's the thing. So I say two things. So we come to obedience to Allah. The first thing they will get security in their life, secured life. Aman, secured. The who has the Iman, in the Iman he has no impurity, no shirk. He is making sujood to dolls as well, sujood to Allah, not like this, no brother. Normal thing, easy thing to understand, that his transaction, his conduct and his social personal life away from the other's life, then Allah will create the love between the brothers who are practicing Iman and Amal. Allah will give them security, secured life, brother. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying clearly, Alladina amanu lam yalbisu imanan bijulmin. The person that getting the Iman such a way that he is not following any other, following others than Allah. From the away from the tariqah of others. He doesn't bring it in his practice. Then he just following Islam, Iman. He says sneezing and say Alhamdulillah, then asking everybody say Ya Ramakullah. Then he said Yahdikumullah. For you say that. So I am saying a very important thing, careful, be careful, brother. So long we are here that we do the worship of Allah. We see that she is my Rabb, but for the Muslim, we cannot follow the cultures of others, brothers. Following the cultures, lifestyle of others, as if we are making them our Rabb, brother. Remember this thing, following the cultures of others. Ali ibn Hatim, when he accepted Islam, he asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, we got the Iman. Before that, you have also Iman. Allah. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling in the Quran, why? The ayat is telling the Quran, from the This the priest of the Christian, they have made the Christians, they made the priest their Rabb. But before we get in Islam, we used to say Allah is our Rabb. Before Islam also we used to think Allah is our Rabb. Then Rasulullah replied, hey Adi, tell me, when your priest used to say haram as halal and halal as haram, did you obey them? They say yes, we used to obey our priest like this. Yes, our priest. Then they made you made them your Rabb, brother. You made your priest your Rabb. So that's why, brother, listen carefully, getting iman on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they replied that we have the iman on Allah and we establish the salah. We establish the salah. We offer the salah. We also offer salah. Establish the qiyamah. The ummah does two things. Salah, establishing two things if they make it first, and they correct the salah, then whole night they will be in control, brother. Then somebody cares the salah, he cares the complete deen, brother. Very easy way. Very easy way. Get the salah, make the salah your perfect. Correct your salah. Correcting your salah. There's no other easy way to practice Islam, complete Islam. Very easy way to practice the salah offer correctly. Offering salah correctly, then deen will be corrected, brother. The means of kufr is that leaving salah and accepting Islam, that you are offering the salah, brother. So leaving the salah getting us towards the kufr. And the minor sins is the thing, the leaving the sunnah and mustahabs from the salah. This is the minor sins which will take later on major sins, brother. He cannot follow the wajibats and then will go major sins. And then he will leave the farj, then he will go towards the kufr. So leaving a small thing like first sunnats and mustahab leave, then he will leave the major thing like wajib, and then he leave the complete salah and then go to the kufr. So establishing the salah, that I offer the salah is not the thing. It's not the only that I offer salah. A man can offer salah very nicely. This is not the establishing the salah unless then they makes intention that everybody in the whole world offering salah and he strives for this. Then this is the establishing the salah. Aqimus salah. He has to aqimus salah means making intention that everybody in this world should offer the salah. For this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us in this world. Ibrahim made dua. Give me some people who will establish the salam. Establish the salah. So Manfujat of Ilyas Namato saying, from yourself he can follow the complete deen, but he can't help the deen, brother. So here we think tabligh means getting the practice Islam in the personal life. No, brother. If you follow the personal deen, so you can become Muslim, but you're not a helper of the Islam. And Allah's help is the person who helps the Islam, not the person who practices Muslim. In tansurullah wa yansurukum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped only the helpers of Islam. This is the Malfujat from saying of Ilyas Rahmatullah. The person offering salah, fasting, hajj, giving zakat, all the fulfill the commandments of Allah and following away from haram also, but he is not doing da'wat ilallah. He is not trying to others to get in Islam. He can be telling him, you can tell him that he's practicing Islam, that not the help. He helps the Islam, then he will get the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So establishing the salah, you can establish the deen. Establishing salah, establishing deen. And establishing salah, first condition is pure. You have to be taharat, purity. Not only external, you have to be pure. You have to be clean inside also. The blood, brother, it has to be pure, and it should be halal earning, brother. After then we get the ikhlas, brother. After the pure blood. People offering salah with the impure blood, napak salah, blood, earned by interested money. If you small one bite, then what will happen? You will just get right to get in hell, brother. The person eating one bite with interest, brother. Why offer the salat? I fast, I go zikir, and zikir I make everything. Also I take the interest. No, brother. The blood is wrong, blood is impure, haram. Ibadat will not be accepted, brother. So you need to take care, brother. From the haram. That is also from the external path. So brothers, salah, for the taharat cleanness of salah, thing, number one thing, in transition, we have to go in transition. Because the transition must be clean, then the food will be clean. The food is clean, then the namaz will be. You can establish the salah. So be clean first, pure first, purity. Oh, I am taking shower and I am making wuzu. This is the external purity, brother. Internally also, very hard things are coming in the hadith, brother. Allah was saying in the Quran, the person doing the business of interest, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying these are people fighting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are fighting against the enemy. So we are fighting with Allah. So either fighting with the army or you're fighting with your neighbors. If you fight and then you ask some salt to your neighbors, you don't, what do you get? You're fighting with them. Today we are fighting with Allah and asking help from Allah. You don't. Also you don't like to get things from your neighbors if you fight with your neighbors. So we are fighting with Allah and we hope big hopes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, do it for me, do it for me, do it for me, do it like crying. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only reply, how can I accept your dua? Your food is haram, your cloth is haram, your blood is haram. So respected brothers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, any other sins, adultery or stealing or drinking or lying or backbiting, never say the sins. They are fighting with me, except the people taking interest, brother. That they are doing adultery with their son, with the mother, brother. So brothers, we request you, establishing the salah, transaction must be okay. So the blood gets pure. With the pure body, then the amal will come out, which will come to and reach to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amal has to be, we establish the deen. When the taharat purity is there, the purity will be there, one transaction will be right. So brothers, the Sahaba replied, we establish the salah and we keep fasting the namaz. Also give zakat, fourth thing they said. We give the zakat. We don't give the zakat. How do we make understand? The people giving zakat, what does it mean? What does it mean giving the zakat? Maulana Saad was saying, if the Muslim gives the zakat perfectly, so they cannot bear the barakat of this zakat. So much of barakat in zakat, brother. If you just give it, you give the zakat, they cannot bear the barakah of this zakat. So much they will get the profit. So zakat. So you have to know the person who can take the zakat and go to him and then give it to him. person who can deserve it. It is the person who wants gives. You earn money. So you have to look for the person. And then you have to go rich to him. The businessman, he's earning. His condition like this, no time other than business. So he gives the zakat to some places, and he wants to spend in the good places, good working. No, zakat is the person who deserves for it, not for the good work. Zakat is not for the good. He has to look for the search for the deserved person. You have the money. You have the money after giving zakat. This money you can use for any good job, good deeds. But today we are taking out the zakat and giving it for the good works. No, it is zakat to be given to the deserved person. After the remaining money, you can use for our good works, good deeds, brother. Zakat is the dirt of the money. It's only for the person who deserves it. That's why, brother, barakat of zakat, today we cannot see the barakat unless we can search the right person. Like the person in a jungle, before offering salah, he's searching for the water. Same way we have to search for the person who deserves the zakat. Then you will give the zakat. You are giving the zakat. So the no limit Allah will give barakat in your zakat money which you give. So you take care of this thing, brother. Giving zakat money. So the businessman himself, he should take the zakat and reach to the person deserved for it. Like the person in a forest searching for water, for uju. So all we are playing a game, all we are doing wrong thing and hoping for the good results. The boys they playing, they all the very hiding and all one bird searching. Like the Sahaba come down, all the Sahaba are searching. And the person who can deserve the zakat, he was hiding himself. In this time, the rich man, all the poor men, they're searching the rich man to get the zakat. This is the wrong way. So the barakah of zakat is the dua of the person who deserves this one. Dua, he will get the dua, brother. This is we are spending in good deeds, and the remaining money we are using in our nafs, in our desires. Taking out some money for this is for zakah, using for good deeds. Remaining money for my ceremony and my fulfill my desires. The remaining money should be should be spent in good deeds, brother. After giving the zakat. Sahaba, they did not spend their money on their homes and buying transports. Today, the Muslims are using their money in ceremony, in building the house and transport. This is the worst type of money where you use this thing, brother. So, brothers, so clean your money, then we spend in the good places. And the zakat money, you search for the person. Then you see the barakah of zakat. And by swear of Allah saying, if the Muslim, if they give zakat in the right way, there will be no naked people or no man without food, brother. We are responsible for these people. Sahaba, the thing, they don't need the money or the other thing, they don't think that this is our right, brother. Zakat, so give the zakat properly, brother. Sahaba, this replied, we give zakat and we fast on the Ramadan and we perform the Baitullah. This is the 5 work qualities we do, habits. We have make amal, practice for this. So 5 on the iman and 5 on the amals. That's what 10 things. Now translation. 5 things, 5 more. That is from the ignorance time we had. That the 5 things were. We don't find some time in Islam also. They replied, we have sabr, patience. We have shukr, gratefulness. What is sabr? to fulfill the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all conditions. Doing all the good things in all conditions. And shukr, mafhum of shukr. So sabr and shukr makes complete, perfect of iman. Half iman is shukr sabr, half iman is shukr. And other quality, we have the quality like this. If there is a problem to our enemies, we need this quality. Today, all the Muslims' emotion is like that towards the other than the Sahaba judged by emotion. All the Muslims now about the others, which others our Sahaba used to think not like the same. Sahaba Kram had the others get the hidayat. Oh Allah, give them hidayat. That was the emotion. Let them their money, property, their kingdom. We don't want that one. That was the thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought their all things under the feet of the Sahaba. So remember this thing, brother. The Muslims, they cannot go up on the falsehood, cannot come up on the falsehood, batil. When the Muslims had they have got something in the heart to get it from the others, other than only for the hidayats of the heart. If you have something other than getting hidayats, then you can never get victory on the batils, brother. So we are defeated under the because it is not in our heart that to hidayats for the others has gone left our heart. So if we want their things to in our body, then we have to defeat it. But if we have in our hearts the hidayats for them, then we get victory, brothers. So Allah will give us victory when we have in our heart the hidayats for them, brothers. So we should have the emotion in our heart for the hidayats for the others, which the Sahaba had, brothers. Sahaba Kram radiyallahu anhu, and they used to go, everybody, meet everybody, give dawat. So long so that the non-believers used to come to him, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, still you are not deprived of your hopes to give us for our hidayats. You are so much hoping for our hidayats. They used to be like this and come to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we are defeated, and because basic thing, because that if we are interested to get the worldly thing from the world, from the non-believers, Allah will never help us, brother. But in our heart, for the others, just like the Sahaba, for the hidayats, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us a means of hidayat, brother. And those brothers have no hidayat in their life, then Allah will destroy them, halaka. So this is the quality they say. In our heart, sabr, we have shukr in our heart. And we never get happy when any problem comes to our enemy, brother. Another quality that we are steadfast in our commandments of Allah. And the other one, whatever decision from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, decision made by Allah, we are happy of this. So these 5 things and 15 qualities, if we can get really in our heart, in our practice, then not only Didar will be, not only friends of Allah, will be near the Anbiyas, brothers. This quality will take us near the Anbiyas, brothers. Rasulullah said they used to become very near to Anbiya. So this effort to change ourselves, so to get this quality in our practice, brother. We make muzakar not for muzakar, this bayan not for word. It's an amal to get in our practice. We need to change ourselves, brother. And the qualities we have to get in our heart. We have to do 2 things to get. One, dawat and dua. 2 things. By the means of dawat, we get the qualities and bring the others to get these qualities. And by dua, we get the help of Allah by crying, saying we are weak. Oh Allah, it's a law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The person who learns and wants from Allah, Allah will give him. The person who wants somebody to be related with Allah, Allah first makes his relation. So we have to get this yaqeen, brother. By the mercy of Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this work of work, Ambiya, in this world, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept the maghfirat and tarbiyat, everything has kept the reality, brother. In this, gaflat and everything will go away, brother. That will most certainly we get. Imam Malik used to say, the last person of them cannot be rectified unless they follow the previous people's following ways the way. So the tarbiyat, hidayat, everything must be obtained. We'll get it in this work, brother. So with the yaqeen we have to work, brother. We have to work with the yaqeen. With the amal should be more. Allah will most certainly give us hidayat and will make us a means of hidayat, brother. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, 9JAN2015. Those person who is striving in my path, most certainly I give them hidayat, brother. Striving in my path, brother. So brothers, we have to have yaqeen on these things, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept the change of environment in dawat, brother. In the morning time, he left the mosque, giving dawat. From the morning to evening, giving dawat. People are making home, masjid and everything. From the morning to evening, brother, one Sahaba, because he is going to give dawat, brother. Tufail bin Amr radiallahu ta'ala, he gave 80 families brought in Islam. He becomes the means of Islam. Rasulullah made every Sahabi die. So brothers, we have to give dawat, accepting Islam, going to dawat to their own clan before. So our fault because we have left the dawat, brother. So make intention, brother. All the brothers need to make it. We make istighfar first, istighfar for their witness, but we haven't done this thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the door because of repentance, brother. So all the gatherings, brothers, we do this work as our purpose, main object of our life, brother. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept our change, Islam in this work, brother. He killed one person. 99 he killed, 99% one person. Then he remembered for repentance, tawbah. And then he tried to change himself. Then he think to turn towards Allah. I went to an abed person, pious man. Is there a way for my repentance? Because I killed 99%. The pious man said, no, because you've killed 99%, your tawbah, repentance never will be accepted. So he killed that person and made the sanctuary. So the person, go to the makhluk and give dawat, brother. So have the hidayat. So brother, he is telling, if you become a pious man, brother, if you be pious, don't make your own individual amal, then you don't have interest for hidayat others. That's why this pious man statement told that there's no chance for hidayat. But if you visit home to home, door to door, then you will have the desires for the hidayat. So your fatwa will be different. So Rasulullah said, going out in the path of Allah, this is our Rabbaniyat. So he killed 100%. Why? Because this pious man told him, but he was depriving him from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, depriving him. So he killed him. So 100. Then he thought, I have done wrong. Still I have to repent now, tawbah. So he now searching for another person. No matter one alim, brother. I told it to the alim, brother. Is there a way for me to make repentance? Can it be accepted? Then listen carefully, brother. The alim did not say, you have an interest for tawbah. You have the astaghfar is there. Astaghfar. Allah will forgive you. There is a way, amal. So all the ulamas, they show like this. They'll tell you for conditions. Maulana Saad saying, I am very much worried for the ulamas also. They are putting the conditions only. That make amal, make astaghfar. This alim did not say, you have the repentance in your heart, you don't mind. So Allah will forgive you. Normally all the people say like this, for tawbah, 3 conditions. This alim said, no, if you want repentance, then leave your village, go to the good places. This alim Shaykh division. So remember this thing, brother. To get coming out in the path of Allah is the way of Tawbah, brother. It's the way of Tawbah. This is the real way of getting Tawbah. Coming out in the path of Allah. Leaving your own environment. First thing, yakini. This alim said, if you want repentance, leave your place and go to that place where the pious persons are there. So 100%, killer of 100%, he left his home village and on the way he died, brother. Angels came and to take his soul. 100 killers, So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the person leaving his home for the path of Allah, asked the land to spread up. And towards the places he was going, he told be shortened. So the angel started measuring the places, how long he had passed his home and how he was going towards the pious people's home. So he was away from his home and near to the pious people, brother. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the decision, let him to go to Jannah, let the whole soul. So this is the work like this, brother. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very first changes and we can get very quick closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Provided that we give this dawat, brother. We made it a routine now. It's 2.5 hours for just this is my 8 hours for the job, 2.5 hours. Everybody make a routine, brother, routine. New, old, all workers like this, making a routine of this work. So he cannot become a da'i and 8 hours in the shop and then 2.5 hours he cannot become a da'i, brother. To be da'i, morning, evening, getting up, all the time he is concerned. He looks for the hidayat of the ummah, brother. This is the person becomes a da'i. He will become da'i. Otherwise, no other thing. So this is my time eating food, this is my for job, for my family, but 2.5 hours. This is the routine, brother. Dawat we have made a program, brother. Dawat in all conditions we have to do, in all time. We can never think back that I cannot stop, I cannot give dawat. Never I can face such a work that I cannot give dawat. No, this time I will not give dawat, it's the time for rest. It cannot think of like this. Sahaba gave dawat to Romans. They didn't accept this one. And they said, they give the text, they said no, give the text. They started fighting, okay, battle. They said, don't ask him. So they are ready to fight, brothers. Ready to fight. Sahaba said, Sahaba thought, because of number we don't win, brother. We win because based on the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Romans came to fighting. One time, soldiers with the weapons and Sahaba one side. Their numbers were more. In Romans, power and weapons, they were more in number also. So remember one thing. Some chance will never come where you cannot give dawat. There is chance that you can give dawat, brother. See, there are fireplace, soldiers are there standing. The chief of army is there, and Khalid bin Walid are there on one side, ready to fight. We fight, they say. Khalid said, oh people, I want to say something with you, talk with you. All the soldiers are ready. They are ready to fight. But Khalid saying, he's giving dawat, started giving dawat in the field of fighting, battle, brother. Oh, there's no chance of giving dawat, now fighting, not like this. So all of us want in all conditions that we can give dawat to all mankind in all time, brother. Really, brother. That person requires, crying for the Muslim who wants to halaka, destroy the non-Muslim brother. We need to feel cry for this. It's very bad emotion, brother. That we want the destruction of the others, brother. No help of others of this type of people. We should have all the mankind should be saved from the fire of hell. from the destruction. That should be our emotions, brother. Jazba, jail. How long are we? Thousands of miles away from the jazba of Sahaba, brother. So, the problem of the non-believers, we become happy. Oh, they're going to hell. Alhamdulillah, we are becoming happy. So how many of us are crying in the night time for the hidayat of the ummah? How many of us there? We're crying for our business, crying for our boys, babies, we're crying. We cry for everything. But we know nobody is crying for the ummah, brother. So, how can we accept the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah never ever help this type of Muslim against the enemy, no, kafir, brother. How much we can do, brother? We never get the help, brother. There's a way, rules to help us. If you want their hidayat, then I'm with you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will give you hidayat and give you the reward. And no, I don't decide to hidayat, I will destroy them. But you don't want their destruction. So all of us make a temperament. So we are like the job, like the office job we are doing. We cannot become da'i. Khalid bin in the battlefield giving dawah. I want to talk with you. Come very close to each other. His horse and Khalid bin Walid and horse both came very close to each other. Hazrat Khalid saying, oh the Jaja, I want to save you from the fire of hell and you get Islam. Allah. Jaja accepted Islam then and then, brother. In the battle. Then and then he accepted Islam, brother. Khalid radiallahu ta'ala said. So he gave the water on them. He made the sound and it got accepted. He offered 2 rakat of salah. All the soldiers were waiting. Now our Roman chief of staff will order for this fighting. But he had become. So my was telling the Sahaba was giving dawah in all conditions, even in the battlefield, giving dawah to the chief of staff of the enemy, brother. Rasulullah also giving dawah. In front of Umar Rasulullah also giving dawah. But he's refusing. Umar got tired. This man will never accept Islam, so I will deal with him. So just give me permission, I kill him myself. So then goes to Jahannam, brother, his place. Umar saying like this. So I was, because of tiredness of Rasulullah, I told this one. And Rasulullah said, look at me also. Because I started fearing what I have done. Rasulullah continued giving dawah, continued giving dawah. Finally, Hakam bin Insan, he accepted Islam. Then he asked Umar, oh Umar, if I had heard you, then Hakam would have been gone to Jahannam, but Allah saved him, brother. So we need to think, brother, how much is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cares for one Muslim. A Muslim can be any type. We need to look him, make him that he's a Islam, Iman Islam. Position of a Muslim higher than the Baitullah, more than the Baitullah, the position of a Muslim. So we cannot think bad of about the Muslim, brother. Anyway, so is the price, value, status. So the person who will unite the other people with Allah, how much rewards Allah will give him, brother. So in all times, in all conditions, give dawat, brother. Rasulullah is giving dawat in the day. Also in the giving dawat in all conditions. In jail also. Yusuf al-Islam giving dawat in the jail, in the prison. Giving the hand to the. So make intention, make intention that I'm going to make this work the object of my life, mission of my life, and make decision that those brothers who they spent 4 months before, now they should go out in the foreign country, brothers. All the brothers sitting down, they spent 4 months, they should go out for foreign countries, brothers. All the brothers. Only respect. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made his ummah moving on movement, brother. It's not the Ummah's job that take the tasbih and sit one place. This is not the work of the Ummah. This is not the Ummah's job, brother. Moving Ummah, brother. Coming to one corner is not the work of the Ummah. Take the deen and stay, roam around, move around the world. That was the work of the Ummah. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam thought that. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam thinking about the going to sea, brother. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in one hadith, the person, listen carefully, the person for my ummah with the deen, the person goes in the journey, ocean journey, and he dies, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I myself take the soul out of this ummah. Not the angels will go to the soul, brother. So go out in the path of Allah, in the ocean road, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if somebody dies, Allah will take his soul, brother. People used to think dying in Medina is a faulty thing, brother. In the time of Sahaba. Now all of us think to die in Medina with you. Die under the Medina, brother. I asked the people of Medina, you want to die in Medina here? And Sahaba wanted to leave the Medina to die in Medina. They used to think faulty that is living. I was talking with them and everybody likes to die in Medina now, brother. But Sahaba, they want to think, leave the Medina and die outside, brother. Rasulullah taught us to go to visit whole world with the deen, brother. So all of us thinking, tabligh 40 days, so the kalma salat be perfect, and then go to our personal life, then earn some halal food, and sustain your family, and do some this is what the tabligh. No, we don't ask from the tabligh. Every ummah should think for every ummah. That's what we learn from the tabligh, brother. Think for all ummah, brother. That should be the emotion of everybody. That's the purpose of this work. That you think for everybody. So now translation start.
Finish.
All the 4 months, brother. Spend 4 months before, make intention for 4 months round the world, inshallah. Round the world for 4 months, inshallah. And we skill ourselves, inshallah. Give our names, inshallah. Form our jamaat, inshallah. And those brothers not given 4 months, they make intention for 4 months, inshallah. The right from this Ijtema will do 4 months spend for. And the 4 months, brother, they make intention for all round the world, brother.
Amen.
So the skill we started now, inshallah.
Putting money to the rich.
Yeah. So inshallah for your skill, inshallah, brother, all the brothers going planning to go in Khuruj, brother.